90.3 FM. Top of the morning to you this morning. A very warm welcome to you. Of course, check it. Today is the 22nd day in the month of October 2025. And of course, the time is 7:03 a.m. Welcome to Front Page Review and Voice of the People 90.3 FM, where I serve you a dish you headlines every morning, like weekdays, Monday to Friday, okay? My name is Jude, Ikami Jude, and I'm here because you're there. Of course, I'll be having Rufai Hosseini this morning as usual, and then a former Commissioner of Police, CP Chuks Enwonwu, will also join me this morning on this broadcast. Okay, he promises to be robust. Don't forget the WhatsApp number in case you want to call me or reach me from outside Nigeria, 081 717 56338 is a number to call or send a message. All right, 081 717 56338. And then to call in maybe much later, 0700 903 903 903, 0700 903 903 903. All right, that's it. Let's take a walk this morning. Reporting some of these stories from the pages of a Punch newspaper now. The big headline: on convention, Lamido, Turaki, Makarfi led PDP chairman race. Amukbiton resumes next week ahead of Anambra poll. And then Supreme Court reserves judgment in PDP suit challenging Rivers emergency rule. On strike, NAD meets Saturday to review federal government response. NDA is under fire as federal government probes TSA violations. Nigeria to demand higher OPEC quota, says Lokobiri. Yes. To some of the headlines now. Presidential pardon, AGF orders multi-agency probe. Derail delays APC move amid Silva Lokobiri power talks. And then to some of the headlines now. Niger governor mourns as 35 killed in tanker explosion. Hit and run driver kills Lagos director days before retirement. Oh my God, that's so sad. Presidency can clash over Christian genocide claim. Presidency can clash over Christian genocide claim. And to some of the political headlines now, Oluwo endorses APC aspirant, says it's Iwo Land's turn to produce Osun governor. Legal stakeholders endorse Tinubu for a second term. And then, let's look at more headlines now. Ex-PDP official urges Didi to vacate office over defection. And then there's also an information here. Benue rep member dumps PDP for APC. Benue governor consoles Moro over son and grandson's death. Opposition parties have failed woefully, says APC. Atiku felicitates Kwankwanso at 69. And then from Punch newspaper, I'll take you quickly to Vanguard newspaper to serve you some more headlines this morning. ISWAP plans fresh attacks in Ondo and Kogi. This is according to DSS that ISWAP is planning a fresh attack in Ondo and, of course, Kogi State. Khan fires back at presidency, says Christian genocide real. Abuja protests. Court remands Kanu's lawyer and brother and, of course, 10 others in prison. Abuja protests. Court remands Kanu's lawyer, brother, 10 others in prison. Let me give you some more now. ISO plans fresh attacks in Ondo and Kogi State. I gave you that earlier. And then, on explosion, 30 killed, scooping fuel from tanker or from falling tanker. 30 persons killed, scooping fuel from falling tanker. Naira rises to 1,495 naira per dollar in the parallel market. Alleged cybercrime. Court shifts Natasha's trial to November 24th. On terrorism, court shifts trial of Ansaru commander Usman to November the 19th. Reps probe $4.6 billion global fund and USAID grants for HIV and TB and, of course, others. NNPC limits profits after tax drops by 149.54% to about 216 billionaire. To some more stories, everyone. Kaidov urges NBA to sanction Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer over protest participation. It's getting bloody. I mean, it's getting messier, really. Sanction Alo Ejimako for joining the protest. That's what they're saying. Okay. It's okay. Let me give you some more, everyone. 2027 Lagos APC stakeholders endorse Tinubu for second term. Unease in Edo APC over plots to stop state chairman's re-election. Nigeria's opposition parties have failed on all counts, says APC. ADC suspends South Vice Chair, alleged constitutional breach. All right, from Vanguard, I'll give you more stories from Daily Post newspaper. Bandits kidnap INEC staff in Kogi State. And then free Nnamdi Kanu. More reactions trail Abuja protest. And then, still on free Nnamdi Kanu protest, a senior lawyer is saying free Nnamdi Kanu protest completely ill-timed, rather. Free Nnamdi Kanu protest completely ill-timed. A senior lawyer speaking. Political terrorism. Aregbesola, ex-deputy governor, condemned burning of Ekiti ADC office. They call it political terrorism. Okay, ADC declines comment on Nnamdi Kanu's detention. Forum of APC chairman canvasses NEC life membership. Bringing 2027 elections forward to 2026 will derail governance, according to NPP, or NNPP rather. Bringing 2027 elections forward to 2026 will derail governance, says NNPP. Two more to go here. Just two more to go. Court fixes October 31 for judgment in suit seeking to stop 2025 PDP's National Convention. Well, still on defection, Kaduna now 95% APC. Uba Sani, the governor, is the one speaking to us, telling us that 95% Kaduna is now APC. From Daily Post, I'll take you quickly to Daily Thrust newspaper. Yes, women, children killed in another Niger tanker explosion. Phone snatchers kill nurse in Kaduna. Christian genocide claim in Nigeria. False, says Sultan. And Khan is saying it's true. Sultan is saying it's false. Bas, boss. As regards Christian genocide in Nigeria. Okay. Let's see how all of this will pan out anyway. Kano DSP secretary resigns, cite leadership crisis. Man arrested over phone theft at Zuba in Abuja. Fair theme premiere for FCT Vulnerable underway. Mob burns man's house for allegedly attacking suspected rapist of his daughter. Mob burns man's house for allegedly attacking suspected rapist of his daughter. Well, suit seeking to stop PDP National Convention set for judgment October 31. Bauchi governor signs law creating 13 new emirates. And then, to some more now, many fare dead as petrol tanker explodes in Niger State. To ADC now, AKT arson shows APC waging quiet war against us. That is ADC speaking. Okay. From there, I'll take you quickly now to the Sun newspaper. Everyone, check your time now, 7:14 a.m. 2027 defections add to electorate's dilemma. This is one of the biggest stories just right there, courtesy Sun newspaper. Yeah, courtesy Sun newspaper. Senate recommends life imprisonment for minors defilers. If you rape a little child, you go to prison for life. That's what Senate is recommending. Senate recommends life imprisonment for minors defilers. Okay. Wike commissions revive engineering infrastructure in Wuye 16 years after. Hails Tinubu for historic transformation. George remands Kanu's brother, lawyer, 10 others in Kuje prison. And then church silence fueling national corruption and insecurity. Church silence fueling national corruption and insecurity. And then why Nigeria shouldn't be designated country of concern, says Kuka. Hassan Kuka is the one speaking. Why Nigeria shouldn't be designated country of concern, Hassan Kuka. To Anambra State now, fake news, misinformation, biggest threat to electoral integrity, says INEC. Edo APC chair, Tenebe battles plot to deny him second term. Pro-Tinubu group urges APC national chairman to woo Muthwang to party. Well, on PDP now, Jonathan's ex-aide asked Damagum to resign. His name is Imagwe. Jonathan's ex-aide is asking Damagum to resign. 2027 defections add to electorate's dilemma. Why Nigeria still has less than 7% women in legislature. Ikoku is the one speaking. All right, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Let me touch on the Nation newspaper quickly to give you some more, just few before we join Rufai Yusini. Liga pays 465 retirees over 1 billion naira pension bonds. NNPCL posts 200 16 billion naira profit on 4.26 trillion naira turnover. Federal government outlines reforms to boost investment in agri-food system. 35 die in Niger tanker explosion. Kuka, why Nigeria should not be linked to religious genocide. And the biggest story here, Sanwo-Olu, Fashola, Ambode lead Lagos APC to endorse Tinubu for a second term. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This time around, we go join Rufai Hussaini for some analysis of these headlines. Let's go.
Still on the protest, the police is now claiming that they didn't fire live rounds. Anyway, when police said they did not fire live rounds, anyway, we know it's just a replica of what happened during NSAS. That was how police claimed that they did not fire live rounds during NSAS and nobody died. But what about the people that lost their lives, that their families started coming out afterwards? All we are just saying is, please, see, you are in power today. You think people that are protesting are your problems? Just wait till all these things will start to affect you before you start to see the state of play as regards politics and everything. What we are just saying is, please live and let live. That's just it. Do well for people, so that when it comes to your turn, people will be able to speak up for you when they need to speak up for you. There's a report, that was conducted, Nigerian Demographic Health Survey, conducted by National Population Commission, Gates Foundation, USAID, UNFPA, UNICEF. And this report is very intriguing. It said only 28% of households own a motorcycle or a scooter. Only 15% of households in urban areas own a car, and 5% in rural areas. Politicians try to play on our intelligence and act like we are stupid or we are mad. You forget that we are watching them. And I want to talk about this scandal that is brewing now, where the son of the president was said to have given somebody 20 million naira in dollars. That's the actress Sarah Martins. This was the woman that the Lagos state government removed from the streets for cooking on the streets. She claims she was cooking for poor people, but she was cooking on the streets. Did she break the law? Yes. Quickly, the son of the president had gone ahead and they had given her 20 million naira in dollars, thousands of dollars. You see, these are the people that keep saying, stop spending dollars, spend the naira. But you can see, because I now have video evidence, you can see that they are the ones that are spending dollar, even stifling the naira. And I'm bringing this matter out because President Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, was caught denying that happened recently. And you wonder what is going on in our country. He was denying it, but he forgets that there's evidence on camera as regards that amount of money. Somebody did something wrong. They were so quick to want to play politics with what transpired. And because of that, they went there and they played politics with the matter. And now that they've been found out, they went ahead to deny that, it's not me, I have nothing to do with it. Really? You see, we can't build a country without integrity and honesty. I keep saying that thing. Why will the president's son now be denied that he has nothing to do with something that clearly he has something to do with? A government official was the one that ensured that money was given. So you wonder what is going on. The next thing he quickly said is that his friends were the ones that brought out that money. Just like he said it was his friends that helped with what happened recently. He said it was his friends that helped with the 1 million Bible and all of that. So please, all of these things, we want the best for our country and we keep asking questions. And people should stop trying to make us feel that we are stupid or call us fools to our faces. It's not fair. It's not nice. It shouldn't be the order of the day. You can't build a society that way. It's on record, empirically, with facts and figures, that Seyi Tinubu did order this woman, Jennifer Ajigbe, MD, NDPC, presenting 20 million naira to Sarah Martins on behalf of Seyi Tinubu. Why is he denying it now? And in fact, the money, the video making it right, that the money was given in foreign currency, because we saw the money cash. And obviously, you can't be holding 20 million naira cash in your hands. So, and what we saw there was foreign currency. So let's stop telling things that are not true. Anyway, certain Doro has been appointed as the humanitarian, look forward for nomination as the humanitarian minister. Let's see how all of that pans out. Let's see the conversation as regards that. But the question we should ask is, yes, what of the probe of Better Edu? What of the probe of Better Edu? What about these other people? That there were allegations of corruption against them at the humanitarian ministry. What happened to their situation? These are the questions we are asking them today. And Alex Oti is saying that I haven't joined APC because a lot of people have been carrying rumor of Alex Oti joining APC and all of that. He said, I haven't joined APC. The Christian Association of Nigeria has accused the president of twisting facts and misrepresenting his position on the ongoing killings of Christians across the country and several parts of the northern parts, and he says it amounts to genocide. In a statement issued by his president, Archbishop Daniel Oko, can clarify that he did not at any point dismiss or describe the widespread killing as so-called Christian genocide, as claimed in a press conference by Daniel Bwala. According to the statement, Bwala's visit to Khan on Monday, which is sought to understand Khan's position, made by United States Senator who described the persistent killing as Christian genocide. Khan made it clear that his position on the issue has long been established and remains unchanged. Across many parts of the country, Christian communities have suffered organized and brutal attacks which have left thousands dead. They are not isolating crime, but a continuing pattern that has persisted for so many years. Khan expressed alarm over the presidency's subsequent release titled Presidency Debunk Western Genocide Narratives in dialogue with Khan leadership. So, see, I keep begging. All these things they are trying to do, that they are trying to use the blood of people to lie. I'm happy that Khan has also come out and berated them for doing this now. Please, let's stop this propaganda against the blood of people. Last week, it was Reno Mokri. Today, is Bwala that is going to hold meetings and hold talks with Khan, and they're trying to say Christian genocide is not this, is not that. People are being killed in this country. Shouldn't we be focusing on how to solve the killing? Why these lies? And I'm happy that Khan has come out. Why this propaganda? Why this trying to twist narratives? I'm happy that Khan has come out on all of these matters. All these attempts to use the blood of people to do propaganda. Because you are in power and you enjoy power perks. I have news for you. For all of those that are doing it, God is going to judge each and every one of you. And please be careful. The judgment of God is at hand. We see how those kind of people will end. Let's be careful. The judgment of God, what did I see, is at hand. we see how those people will end.
All right, a couple of stories still making the rounds. Me in Nigeria not happened to us. There's currently a video of a lady circulating that was kidnapped. We would like to call on the authority to ensure that they get the lady out. Some updates on Bayelsa State. So the reason why we're having a lull in the decision-making process of Governor Derail is simply because he's not been able to harness forces with the powers that be in the APC. The likes of former Governor Silva and other political stakeholders, Heineken and Bobre, in the state. So I think once he finalizes all of that, then certainly there's going to be a cross, The truth is, probably most people that are decamping today are pretty much going to the APC. And the reason I hear that they're doing also is that most of them are being promised and assured automatic tickets. I'm talking about automatic tickets in the primaries. So there's going to be pretty much no big contest against them. So that's why all of them are pretty much going that way. And you see, the greatest thing the politician relies on is assurances. So it's based on that assurance they're going. But nothing really is assured in the dynamics of things in life. Anybody that lives his life based on assurance will have to think again, because nothing is assured. We are not even assured tomorrow. We all live by the grace of God. Another point I want to make is today is a symbolic day. Former President of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, actually started his prison sentence. How was he found out? He was found out in an investigative job done by Mediapart, an independent media company in France that did investigative job, and that saw that he collected some money from Omar Gaddafi. Although the judge said they've not been able to prove that he collected the money, but they also charged him for complicity, and they said he must go to jail. Definitely, he's not going to spend 5 years in jail. He's going to appeal and he's going to get out of the hook. But at least it is symbolic that you actually see a former president of a country going to jail. You see, except for African leaders that have been taken to international criminal courts and the likes, African leaders that do crime hardly go to jail. They hardly pay for their offenses. There are many leaders on the African continent that hardly get prosecuted by local courts in their country. So the question is, when will people on the African continent be made to pay for their crimes? I'm not saying France is entirely perfect. France to have their own problems. In fact, Nicolas Sarkozy said there was a political witch hunt against him, and it was an attempt to bring him down, all the talk and everything. But at least the symbolism of that is the fact that a former president actually went into jail for a crime and accusation. And it defeats that invincibility mindset. So the question we're asking is, when will African leaders be held accountable for all the heinous crimes perpetrated against the citizenry and against the people? Except Africa gets to that point where leaders are held accountable, and actually if they do things that are untoward, definitely they will actually go to jail, then the African continent will never be able to achieve its potential, because accountability will be far from the African continent. And that's the problem we're having pervasively. We're having a very deep problem of accountability. Leaders never get accountable for anything. In fact, you can't even hold them accountable. When you ask them questions, their supporters start to say it's political witch hunt. Their clan brothers start to say, you're against our tribe. Why is it only our tribe you're looking at? And please, for the third day, I'd like to ask, or second day, those that protested, please, you've arrested them. You arrest people for protesting, for exercising their fundamental human rights. Why did you arrest them? What's the charge against them? Did they cause any civil disobedience? Did they destroy any property? You've arrested them now. To grant them bail is a problem. Why do we keep doing this? And this was the same government that came to power on the heels of protest. This government found nothing wrong with Bring Back Our Girls protesters. In fact, they supported them when they were in opposition. This government found nothing wrong with Occupy Nigeria protesters. In fact, they supported them. So when all of these things happen, you just wonder, what is going on in this country? Please, those that were arrested from Free Nnamdi Kanu protesters, please,
Thank you, Rufai.
let them be granted bail.
Thank you.
If you are going to charge them to a law court, whatever charge you have against them, let them be granted bail. Please.
Thank you so much, Rufai Hussaini. Appreciate you. Thank you indeed. CP Chooks Nwowo is joining us just right now to continue the conversation this morning. Good morning to you, CP. Welcome.
Good morning to you, Ikamijudi, and to the listeners.
Good morning. Top of the morning to you. CP, let's talk quickly. I would also want to, hear from you as regards the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu's brother, lawyer, and some of these other persons, and that we hear that have been imprisoned in Kuje. Yes, just a day after the Free Nnamdi Kanu protests, an Abuja Chief Magistrate Court sitting at Kuje yesterday remanded Mr. Aloy Ejimako, a member of the legal team representing Nnamdi Kanu. He has been imprisoned in Kuje. I have not heard from you as regards the entire protesting. Let me feel your pulse. What do you think about all of these issues happening in Abuja?
Well, it's very unfortunate that they were arrested, and I don't know. It is like the way people see it outside, because I have been discussing with a lot of Nigerians, both at home and abroad. It is seen as a selective or targeted action. Because the question has been, why must it be the lawyer and the brother of a victim that has been targeted for arrests?
Okay.
It would have been a different thing that it is a random arrest, whereby they picked people. It would have been different. But this one seems to be people who have been marked for arrests. Whether they like it or not, they have to be arrested.
Marked for arrest, you say?
That is what I'm saying in essence, is that the way the thing played out, the scenario played out, it will seem as if they were targeted for arrest. Because the question remains, they are not the only people that went to the event to participate in the protests. There were so many other people. In fact, we even saw some people who were barrel pushers in their large numbers, and other organizations who were involved. They didn't look for those ones to randomly pick this and come and detain them. And then the second aspect that is very disturbing and worrisome is that these two that they have just picked, I'm sure by the time you profile them, you will not see them with either acid or with any weapon or with any harmful, or lethal instruments that will, threaten life or that will cause injuries or even death to the public. So, on what grounds have they been picked? That's the $1 million question everybody is asking. Because if I were to advise those who are involved, the state, both the agents that arrested them and even the judiciary, they need to be very, very cautious about this thing, because it will appear as if it is now persecution. That's the way it looks like.
Okay.
It appears as if they are persecution, that they are being persecuted, that it is persecution. They need to be very, very careful so that we can draw the borderline there than doing it in such a way that is so glaring and so obvious, as if it is all-time outright war or declared against the family, and maybe because of the part of the country they come from. That's the opinion or reaction of the people I have spoken with.
When you say the
that's my take to the whole thing.
When you say the part of the country they come from, people wonder if that's actually the issue. But some would say yes, it's true, because Omoyele Sowore, who actually planned that whole exercise, wasn't arrested.
Come up.
CP, can you hear me? Hello? CP, are you there? Can you hear me? Hello, CP. Hello? Hello?
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear
you.
you.
I'm there.
There seems to be a little bit of... Okay, but can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. What I said is, some persons have said...
Come again with your further question.
All right. If you can hear me very well, I am saying that some persons have opined that, see, this thing is actually targeted towards a certain area, a certain, zone in the country. But some will tell you, no, it's not. There's been this argument back and forth. People are saying, what? Yeah. So Sowore, who was who actually arranged for the protest, wasn't arrested. It was Aloy Jimako and Nnamdi Kanu's brother that were arrested. So there's been this back and forth. We really don't understand what the whole thing is turning out to be. Hello, CP. We seem to have network issues this morning. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. All right, CP, are you here now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
Okay. Yes. You see, like the issue of this. Yeah, can you hear me?
Go ahead, please.
Yes, like the issue of the part of the country that is involved. I've been getting calls from within and without. If I tell the early hours of this morning, I was having talks with some people in the US. They are really worried. The people we have in diaspora are worried. In the sense that they had looked at the whole scenario. They said, okay, the lawyer now and the brother of the man that are the and of further concern.
Okay.
It's like if you had followed the social media within few weeks, you would have seen a place where some alleged bandits or terrorists in Katsina, they are moving in their large number with motorcycles. They didn't even have carrying very heavy weapons, GPS, some with AK-49 and AK-47 with RPGs. Nobody went to arrest them. Serious offense against the state. Now it is people, if they had carried their weapons and.
Well, CP, I honestly think we should establish this conversation again. All right. I think we should establish this conversation again because we need to. I mean, I don't know. We're having issues with network this morning. All right. Let's establish this conversation again. Okay, CP, are you here now? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I think this is better, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's fluctuating. It's been fluctuating on the other line.
Okay, talk to me. Talk to us.
Yeah. Yes, like I was saying, I was on call with a lot of people, both from within the country and people in diaspora. Especially the last calls I had was from the US. A lot of Nigerians in America are worried and concerned about this recent development because their question is, of all the participants in the protests, they were now able to pinpoint the brother and the lawyer as the chief actors. Lo and behold, These persons were not carrying any dangerous weapon. They were not even carrying stick. They now targeted them, which means selective targets that they did. And then, lo and behold, if you look back in the last few weeks, we've been watching on video and on the social media, we have a large number of miscreants we alleged to be suspected terrorists. We are in Katsina going for marriage ceremony and moving around freely in motorcycles, carrying RPG, carrying GPMG, carrying AK-47, AK-49 rifles with multiple magazines and catch of ammunition. Nobody. The state did not see that. They didn't go to at least lay ambush and arrest some of them and recover those arms and use it to prosecute them. They didn't do that. Rather, it is these innocent people who were out there on the street, which the Constitution has provided them to freely move, they are free to protest, so long as they have not caused any harm, they have not damaged any private or public property. Now, even if you mark out some areas of restriction that they shouldn't go there, I mean, so be it. Maybe you use your tear gas and disperse them in that area. Okay. You need to begin to follow them and target some people and select them and pick them, and then the court will be there waiting for them. You see, it looks selective and as if it is planned. And then the magistrate quickly sat and then remanded them in prison custody. I mean, put yourself in the shoes of those people concerned. Because when it touches the mouth, it touches the nose. I mean, it is only a fool that will stand by and see the way they treat his own kid and kin, maybe as a slave, and slaughter him. And then you clap. That means the next, you don't know whose turn it will be next. So it is bad, we condemn what is bad. I have been waiting for nationalistic Nigerians and people far and beyond, even in the international community, to come out and condemn this action of the state actors that they have just done. They have just demonstrated. With these few people they went and picked. I mean, there is no reason for that. There's no reason for that.
CP, did you say international community?
Well, yes, because is it not international community? One of them that came and they exposed Reno Mokri in the lies he has been giving out on genocide against some Christians across the Federation, especially the northern parts of the country. He brought him thinking that the man will come, the Igbo will come here to come and cover up and maybe collect some envelope and go away. And the man came and exposed him. Have you been hearing Reno not talk again? That is the first step. You know, I told them, he the gods want to kill, the first make mad. Reno has not seen anything. This is the beginning for him. I mean, if you sit down as a child and say that your mother will never have peace, then let us see how you yourself will sleep. I mean, that's what is gradually unfolding. So the earlier Nigerian state realizes this and give everybody fairness, equity, and justice, the better for all of us. We need to call a spade, not a garden fork. Okay, like, I'm a man. Nobody, I'm not saying this as if I'm trying to be tribalistic. Every Igbo man I have spoken to will make it abundantly clear to you that they know they won't want them to be in government. No problem. Leave us. Let us continue to do our businesses and our trading. So long as we are fulfilling with your conditions, paying our taxes and obeying the law, we are okay with that. Yet, many of them complain that they don't enjoy any such opportunities. They are now pursuing them from one corner to the other, looking for excuses to annihilate them. Yeah, I mean, when you hear all those things, you feel very concerned. And the thing is now playing out with this arrest of the lawyer and the brother of the victim. So that I mean, we need to tell ourselves the truth. If we know we are talking about one Nigeria.
One Nigeria. I love it when you say if we're talking about one Nigeria, but then, though the defendants taken to the court from the police detention facility were docked, they could not take their plea owing to absence of legal representations for them. Absence of legal representation, CP. no legal representation so far for even Aloy Ejimako.
The thing is this. Did anybody have in mind that they are going to end up in Kuje prison and that they will be taken to court? Because everybody had zeroed down that it was just protest as normal. They will go and express their disenchantment for the way the victim has been incarcerated without, being tried as fast as he's entitled or deserves, and being kept there indefinitely and using one technicality or the other to keep adjournments and so on and so forth. So, I mean, I don't see what is the big deal there. What I expected, you see, the crowd, good number of times, are very compliant to, what the government tells them to do in their doing protests. The agencies should have been there on ground, being in front, some by the side, some at the back. They did it during the protest against bad governance. That's what everybody had expected them to do, rather than beginning to be confrontational, using tear gas, because some of the clips we are watching, it was outrageous. That is what angered or incensed the protesters. But the one that seems acrimonious, and I have to say that again, is the one that of all the crowd, you didn't see anybody to arrest. It is the lawyer of the victim and the brother. That means they have been trailing them maybe from their houses to the venue and mark them out that they must arrest them. And okay, the chief organizer, I wouldn't want to call his name, was not arrested because, number one, they have targeted him and he's very clever. He left the venue on time. And they know the problem of arresting the chief organizer. Because the chief organizer is a big fish. You cannot arrest him and the thing will just go like that.
I want to understand, CP, when you say they know the problem of arresting the chief organizer. The problem, in quotes, the problem. What's the problem?
Of course. The chief organizer that is making the governor of FCT not to sleep well. The man that did petition against him in Florida. They know they cannot arrest him. Let them try it. Then the man will explode them all. He will bring out the things everybody is, I'm sure, because the man is like somebody going to battle. So he always have his warhead and his reserve kept. When we talk of arsenal, he has them sufficiently, waiting to be bringing out in bits and pieces. So why did they not go and look for him or arrest him? They know the danger now. I'm sure even if somebody points out him, they say, I beg, don't even go there. This one will put problem for everybody. You see, that is Nigeria for you. It is very unfortunate. But let's see how the thing will unfold.
I'm sure you are also aware that the bail application has been stalled. That's not a big deal. Now, we're not talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu and the release of Nnamdi Kanu's brother.
They should facilitate the release of the man and the lawyer so that it will not be given interpretations that will connote tribalism, ethnicity, regionalism in this present protest that they are doing. If you look at the protest, you can say it's one ethnic group that is organizing this protest. It is Nigerians, the masses, the general public. If you look at them, you can say, no, it's only people from Southeast. They are mixed up. People from the North are there. People from the West are there. People from the East, Southeast are there. People from South, they are all mixed up. And they are all condemning this man that has been kept for a very long time. And the trial has been going back and forth without a definite, direction. So that is the angle we should be looking at. Than doing the thing as if it is a selective treatment.
Okay.
It is deliberate.
CP.
CP.
What is happening? some will say Nigeria is gradually sliding into dictatorship. What do you think?
Well, I cannot be definite on issue of dictatorship until when we come to 2026. We will watch the way the parties will turn themselves out. That is one. And then secondly, we will wait for 2027 general election and see the way it will go. It is when we get to these 2 points we can now conclude and come out with clear, definite, and specific statements that we are heading into dictatorship. But for now, it is still too early to draw such conclusion. But having said that, it is abundantly clear that the ruling class or the rulers, because I don't call them our leaders, they are not behaving like leaders. Leaders will think of future, they'll think of tomorrow. They'll think of the next generation, but these ones are thinking of the next election. They won't be jumping. You see a sitting governor will just shamelessly jump from his party to another because he's thinking of the next election so that he will continue to be there to run the government of the state and be enjoying with himself, his family, and his cronies. That is what is playing out now. And it's not as if he has the interest of the people at heart. The people didn't consult the people when he's declaring for the other political party. He did not do that. Yes.
A senior advocate of Nigeria, his name is Madu Abuchi, he has said that the protest was completely ill-timed. What do you think? Ill-timed the protest was?
Let him come out and give us the reason why he said it's ill-timed, and then tell us the time that could have been appropriate. Because you see, some of those people are compromised Nigerians. It's not as if I support protests. As a law enforcement officer who has retired at the level I did, I can't support protests. But it appears protest is the last resort to the people. You can't see me where a protest is being organized. Even in a rally, you will never see me there. I will always counsel people and warn them against unlawful acts and to stick to the rule of law and the due process. I am a stickler to that. So when you talk of issues like this, I mean, it is absolutely imperative that it is situations that plays itself out, that really, or presents itself, that really make people react the way they do. So if the man is waiting for an appropriate time to come out and begin to arrange the protest, then such a protest will never be expressed or displayed. In other words, what I'm saying in essence is that there is no time you say that it is the right time. It is the situation, the way it presents itself, that will make the people to get themselves together and react. And that's exactly what they have done. So I don't know any other way the man expects those people to behave. Is he expecting them to come and protest in December on Christmas Day or on Boxing Day or on New Year? You can see that what he's saying is is inappropriate as far as issue of protest is concerned.
All right, thank you so much. Let's look at other issues. This is a very, very huge one. NNPP is raising a concern. NNPP has warned the National Assembly against its plan to move Nigeria's 2027 general elections forward to November 2026. Did you hear what I said? The NNPP has warned the National Assembly against its plan to move Nigeria's 2027 general elections forward to November 2026. See,
you see, the thing is this: for you to move the election date, you have to look at the Electoral Act. In other words, there may be need for them to amend the Electoral Act to accommodate the duration of using that 2026 for the election, maybe November 2026 for the general election. But before you do that, the amendment would have followed due process where reasons will be given for bringing it up to November instead of the usual February, March that is done, which is, I think, about 90 days to the swearing in ceremony, which is usually 29th of May of the year of the election. So if they have cause to extend it to 6 months, let them tell Nigerians and then amend the electoral act and accommodate that. So that
one big question is, what is even the essence? Why are we so much in a hurry? Or I don't know. Some people look at it like, is there an underground plot or something we don't know about?
No, I think in my own small way of seeing things, maybe they want a situation where if we have an imbroglio or a stalemate, then the court processes would have been concluded before the swearing in of the president. We saw something like that during the Second Republic of MPN. They went to court against Shehu Shagari by late Chief Abakomi Awolowo, and the Supreme Court gave the landmark judgment, I think on the 27th of September 1979, while the swearing in was barely 3-4 days away. So it is not a new thing, because knowing the technicalities that goes with court processes, so they will deliberately continue to delay the thing. And once you have sworn in the man, it will be very, very difficult for you to change the tide. They will go to the remotest parts or the remotest corner to look for things to, give a judgment in favor of the incumbent. Because it is so glaring that if you bring out something contrary to that, there may likely be anarchy. Okay. But with that tendency of disorder, creeping in. That's my own way of, my small way of thinking. So every stakeholder should look at it holistically, especially from this direction I'm coming from. If it is that argument, I think it will make some sense. Let them do 6 months to the time, so that whoever is aggrieved can now have time to ventilate his or her anger before the appropriate tribunals and appeal courts, maybe to the Supreme Court, as the case may be.
All right, CP, before I let you go, you are a former commissioner of police and you are in place to answer this question. The Department of State Services, DSS, yesterday raised the alarm over an imminent terrorist attack on some communities in Ondo and Kogi states by ISWAP. All right? Okay. I am not going to go too deep into that, but here is some of the issues I want to raise here. The Christian Association of Nigeria just on Monday accused the presidency of misrepresenting its position on the alleged killing of Christians in Nigeria, describing the statement released after a recent meeting with presidential aide Daniel Bwala as false, misleading, and of course, insensitive. That's not all. I think even what's his name now, Emir, has also claimed. I mean, the Sultan rather has said that the Christian genocide claim in Nigeria is not true. It is false. Why Christians are saying yes, it is. Sultan is saying no, it's not. But then we still hear that ISWAP is getting set to invade some communities in Ondo and Kogi State. Where does all of this put us as a nation?
It's very unfortunate. How can somebody say that there is nothing like the genocide? Does it mean that all the video coverage and all the, like the American that Reno brought, who did an extensive coverage of what the Christian population have been suffering, especially in the northern part of the country? Does it mean that all those facts, backed with videos and interviews, that they are misrepresenting or what? You see, it's very unfortunate we are not being honest to ourselves, and that is the bane of our problems. People take, because it does not affect them directly, they are just in their comfort zone, they are properly secured, then whatever any other person is talking is rubbish and nonsense. It is high time we tell ourselves the tell truth the way it is. I mean, you have to say it the way it is. Nobody is going to cut your neck. That is why you see me, when you ask me questions, I'll tell you the way I feel. And it is open for you to learn cross-check. I don't give a damn. And like I've always told you, I am not a politician. I don't even intend to be one. I'm not prepared to look for any of their public office appointments. I'm not keen. Because if you find yourself there, you have already compromised everything. You cannot talk. You see the truth, you keep quiet. You see black, you say it's white, just because of stomach infrastructure. I can't be party to that. I would rather manage myself and manage my life and walk around a free man, because I don't look for anybody's trouble, and I will never incite anybody against any group of persons. So, but we will continue to say the truth, because that is what will set us free. The earlier we maintain that and continue to condemn evil, the better for all of us. So whether somebody calls himself His Imperial Majesty or His Eminence or whatever, let them come out and be on the path of truth and condemn evil. That is the way I think we will grow as a nation, rather than trying to play to the gallery and tell us that what we have been seeing does not exist. No. It's inappropriate. It's not even in the sight of God. It's the worst sin for you to see people where they are being massacred in their thousands, and you are coming to tell us that nothing like that is existing. It's very unfortunate. Especially, look at places like Benue, look at Plateau State, and so on and so forth. I'm just giving you these two examples. Look at Kaduna, especially southern Kaduna area. Okay. Look at Niger. What is happening in those places? And then you come out and say there is nothing like terrorism. Is that fair? If you don't have anything to say, just keep quiet and manage your kingdom or your emirate or whatever it is. And can't you call the government and advise them? I mean, there's nothing wrong in that. Let it be that you have said your own and God has seen your heart, than for you to begin to turn black into white and say, no, such things does not exist. It's height of insensitivity as far as I am concerned.
Okay. A former Commissioner of Police, CP Chuks Imwomo, thank you so much for your statements this morning, for your words, for having a conversation with us this morning. Thank you indeed.
Thank you for always tolerating and accommodating me.
Thank you so much. This is Voice of the People, and we are 90.3 FM. I'll go on a very short break, and when I return, we start talking, everyone. Stay there. They're gonna wear.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Cutout fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get them. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J cutout fuse and distribution board, Nipo cutout fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, NNPP controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry. I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover cutout fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo cutout fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, NNPP controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover-wise pan foolish show. Slatter Star J Indian product, na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy-duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J, na you Pico.
Lagos, are you ready? The Niger Landlord Summit 2025 is here. Join us on Saturday, 1st November 2025 at the Golden Tulip Hotel, International Airport Road, for the biggest gathering of real estate minds in Nigeria. Come and discover how to profit from the booming housing demand in Nigeria. Explore funding and investment opportunities that work. Gain insights and government housing policies shaping the market. Experience the latest prop tech innovations transforming property ownership. Network with top developers, investors, and policymakers all in one room. Don't miss this power-packed event. Registration is 50,000 naira only, with full access to sections, exhibitions, with premium networking and refreshment. How to register? Make payment to VOPFM account number 112 416 8488. Again, 112-416-8488. Zenith Bank. Send your proof of payment via WhatsApp to 0707 115 4297 0707 115 4297. The Niger Landlord Summit 2025. Profitability in real estate management, prospects and opportunities. Your gateway to wealth through real estate. Powered by VOP 90.3 FM.
It's news, it's talk, it's point of view, it's the newspaper review. The show where we don't just read the news, we break it down, talk you through, and then hand the mic to you. From the first pages of the fine print to the last line. Review not just what's in the news, but what it means. Not just what's reported, but what's reviewed. Into a headline breathes and silence gets a microphone. Join Ikami Chude, the voice behind the headlines, every weekday from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and then 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon for the exclusive interview. Only on your trusted dial. Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
All right, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. You will move away from your radio set or turn down the volume so we can hear each other. Just about 60 seconds for you. Mind what you say on a national radio. All right? Thank you so much. Let's get to the phone lines now, everyone. Please move away from your radio set before you start calling. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
My name is Robert.
Good morning, Robert.
The endorsement of Tinubu for president by the Ohanese of Indibo.
Hello. I think we're having issues with that, okay? You might want to call back if you can. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning here.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Are you there? We can hear you. Good morning. Good morning. Talk to us. Hello.
Increase the volume and go on.
Okay. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Obinna.
Good morning, Obinna. Good morning.
What brings the civil war is still playing out now. Will you tell me that as Nnamdi Kanu brother, they are protesting to release his brother? He will stay aside. He will stay at home. Did he do bad thing? What play out that brings the civil war is still playing out, which is neglect of the Igbos. Let them allow the sleeping dog to lie. Remember, I'm sorry to say, the civil war, then the North and the West, it's not them that win the Biafra, no. It's collaborated effort of the whole world. And you can never win a nation 2 times in war. Instead, one out of...
Hello? Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, thank you so much for your comment. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jude.
Good morning.
My name is Broshika Obodo.
Okay.
Calling from Oshodi.
Okay.
Please, I want to talk of situation in Nigeria. Most of us that lived abroad, China imprecise. When there is a protest like this, you see police guiding them. There was a time they put just one choir on top of the transport fare. They organized a protest, and the government had what they said. But in Nigeria here is a different thing altogether. Coming to this, I don't know whether our government have anything for the masses. See, Ikamiju there. What is happening in Nigeria today cannot happen in China, which is a communist country. We all know about the China that is a communist country, but all that is are being made there by the masses. See, in Nigeria, there are just maltreating the masses as if we are nothing. But let them know that God is on the throne. Nigeria is a country that loves every other person, but our leaders here, they just want to disintegrate the love we have for each other. Ekamiju there. Time Chatel. Good morning.
Good morning to you this morning. Of course, time Chatel. Good morning here.
Dada.
Good morning to you this morning.
You can get clear of the radio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Chief Scholar.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't need to. These people, they have started packing their load. I won't lie you. But my concern is we don't have an arrowhead. Let me tell you the truth of the matter. This all this drive to go and collect a PVC. The ruling party, they are ahead of everybody. You have to do your investigation and drive the Nigerians, which Seyi Makinde talked, that it is going to be between the Nigerians and these people. Okay. It's not even the ruling party. A lot of good people are in APC. I won't lie you. A lot of good people they don't have the act of what is happening.
Thank you.
But the problem is some disgruntled people, they are disrupting these issues. So now, let people go and get their PVC and let us have our
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here. Good morning. Good morning. I can hear you. Good morning. Talk to us. Okay. Good morning here.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
I'm Edward calling from Sango.
All right.
On this detention of Nnamdi Kanu, where the lawyer and the brother, they should know that before this protest, Showore have been moving up and down, convincing people for this particular protest. So now, the whole world is supposed to see that thing we are talking about, on marginalization in Southeastern zone. If a protest is real in a constitution, that when situations like that, right-thinking Nigeria, when deprived of certain things, can protest. Because this protest, they don't say they keep people there, or the protesters say destroy and do this and do that, which is the right. Can you flog a child and tell the child not to cry? Now the Kanu have been in detention. Everybody has seen that kind of maltreatment for the 9th trial. Even when they still release him, they don't release him. The lawyer has been going up and down. Now the same lawyer, they hook down. When we are telling the world that the Southeasterners are marginalized, people doesn't see it in this way. How can we talk about it? Let Igbos talk about this matter. Anywhere they are, let the world hear this thing. The cheating is too much on Southeasterners. Hey, look at the junior brother of Nnamdi Kanu. The father is not alive. The mother is not alive. What do they want from this set of people?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Top of a morning to you this morning.
Judy, my guy.
Good morning.
AB from Ekpe calling.
Hey, AB, good morning. Talk to us.
Hey, media, make una help us. Your station, they always say that Nnamdi Kanu is held unjustly. Appeal court don judge. I know say High Court judge say make dem leave am. Appeal court judge say make dem leave am, but Supreme Court did not say they should leave him. Supreme Court said he has fine. Supreme Court rebuke government for the rendition. Now said he has case to answer. He should go to High Court back. And the High Court now say, okay, the last judgment was They should go for a political solution. That's that's what's on ground now. So we should not distort facts. We should not distort issues. See, let me say something. We know what happened in Nigeria. That guy, he was supposed to be in England. Now he can't find trouble enter Nigeria. He say he want to come up Buhari. They release him after 2 years. You still can't cause problem again. I used to hear your station say Sander, they release Sander, they release other people. Why not? Others, they release them once. They reform. They release him. He refuse to reform. I'm not sure. I'm not saying they should not release him, all right? But is he remorseful? Is he ready to change?
All right, thank you,
because
because of your time. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning here. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello, that last call I got, they don't swear for that.
Good morning here. What's your name and where you calling from? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You come Gide.
Good morning.
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Alaba.
Dan, talk to me.
See, this Narikali issue not supposed to be an issue because this young man agitating for just simple thing, justice, equity, and fairness. Is it not what the young man is asking for his people to be have? Okay, look at it. This young man has gone to protest, not only him. Now, he heard Igbo man. He left Hausa man, leave Yoruba man, whole Igbo man. Look at the way this is going in this country. They are pushing Igbos to the world. And you cannot push somebody to the world and I expect him to not react. This will escalate you. Let them do something and leave this man.
Thank you, Dan.
What is good for Uganda is also good for Uganda.
I understand you, man. Forget it, Jare. Forget. Good morning to you this morning. Good morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, let me speak.
Yeah.
I can hear you, but let me speak.
All right, speak. Hello? Hello? What happened? Hello? Oh, sorry about that. I think you have to call back. Hello, good morning to you this morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Top of the morning to you. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Jide.
Good morning.
Hello.
I can hear you. Good morning to you.
Hello, Jide. I cannot hear you.
Oh, I
Good
can
morning.
hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Good morning.
Hello.
Okay. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Hey, there's a very, very special information for you just right now. Okay? Don Flint Tech is an information technology school, that is IT school. And of course, they offer courses like product design, graphic design, web design, digital marketing, project marketing, software engineering, cyber security, product management, and all of that. Right now, they offer 4 courses, 4 different courses. So it is an opportunity for you to launch your future in tech, learn digital skills for free in courses like 1, digital literacy, graphics design, cyber security, and of course, web design. Their office is at plot 13, Isaac Stan Close, Lascoft Building, off Wemco Road, off Agidingbi Road, Ikeja, Lagos. Their office again is at plot 13, Isaac Stan Close, Lascoft Building, off Wemco Road, off Agidingbi Road in Ikeja. Or you can call 0901 093 7055. I take that number again. 0901 093 7055. Hurry! The offer is just for 1 week, okay? And registration is this week, and training starts just next week. To sign up, simply log on to donflint.com/webmail. donflinttech.com/webmail. I'll spell it. donflinttech.com. donflinttech.com. That is donflinttech.com. That is it. donflinttech.com/webmail. All right? Take this opportunity and you will smile. Let's return back to calls this morning. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name and where you calling from? Good morning.
Good morning, Kami Judea.
Good morning.
My name is Chika.
All right.
From Alagado.
Okay.
What is good for Ghana is good for Gambia.
no. Come on, look at this man. Go, Johnny.
We are ready for your question. It's a very big decision.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that, you see, the word monopoly is an English word. This is the time for Igbos. We see us as weaker vessels. We are begging Nigerians and Nigeria and so-called sacred cows to leave our brother.
All right.
I came from Abia State, to be precise, where they killed the first head of state agreement is my brother. Not because it's my brother. Let all Nigerians and Africans hear our voice now. We are begging Nigeria. Because monopoly is not one man's business. And there will be a time we are all tongue. Nigeria will be begging us, to leave them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. Lagos, I'll be here again by 10:30, okay? I can't continue or can't finish this conversation. We need to move it to 10:30. Join me again, everyone. I'll be here between 10:30 and 12. We will continue this conversation, and there I'll read all of your messages, okay? Is that fine? Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. On Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere, I am IKAMIJUDEH. It's spelled IKAMIJUDEH. That is Ikami Jude. I love you all so much, and I will see you much later. Up next is the Igbo version of Front Page Review. It's called Ogendigbo. I'm out of here. Good morning to you.